This is very annoying. What Akpabio did in his speech is unforgivable. It is a slap on democracy. The reason why there is checks and balances, which is the fundamental tenet of democracy, is so that each of the three arms of government can put a check on the other. When a Senate president comes out and begins to speak like this, then you know that there is no hope for the common man.
I think this is the third state that you are visiting since morning. And so I decided to invite him to come to the stage. We want to congratulate you on this Eid Mubarak and to say that Almighty Allah will continue to imbue you with wisdom and grant you the fortitude to continue to forgive those who have wronged this country whilst we are moving the country forward. Mr. President, on behalf of the National Assembly, my dear brother Tajuddin Abbas, and all of us here, we want to assure you of what you already know. Of the democratically elected presidents in Nigeria, I think you are the first president to get it right from the start. When our great party decided to zone the leadership of the National Assembly, that's both the Senate and the House of Representatives, to various zones. They even went further to rezone. Of course, you don't zone to a vacuum. And some people thought you were not going to pull it through. But because of your political sagacity and your experience, and you are the master, you were able to pull it through for the first time. I want to tell you that your predecessors in office had it very rough. They could not get it right. For the fact that you got the leadership of the National Assembly right, we are here across party lines to assure you that you earn well. You earn well. And Nigerians are proud of you, and the National Assembly is behind you 100%, and we will do everything possible, everything legislatively possible, to ensure that you have a very smooth tenure, and at the end, this country will never forget you. We have listened to speeches here from various people, including the chairman of the GSC in Lagos State, and all point to one thing, that you leave marks wherever you go to. We have no doubt, under 20 days, the stock market has risen. Under 20 days, you are being celebrated by world leaders. Under 20 days, the suffering of Nigerians through fuel scam, they used to call subsidy, has come to an end. What you are now thinking about is how to put palliatives for your people so that Nigerians, the sufferings they may go through at the moment will be ameliorated. But I always like to say it this way, sir, that whenever a mother gives birth to a new child, it is always very painful. But when the child is given to the mother and the child smiles at the mother, the pain of childbirth is totally forgotten. No matter what we are going through today as Nigerians, we believe that the gains you are going to make from the current policies that you are putting in place will make Nigerians to smile and smile and smile. I will not stand here to speak politics on a day like this. It's a day of sacrifice, a day that God Almighty gave a word that he was going to get sacrificed and provided the ram. Ours is to come here and pray for you that at the end, the sacrifices we are going to go through in this country, that God will provide the ram for you to give to all Nigerians as palliative. And I can assure you, just like you laid the framework for Lagos to be what it is today, I believe that you are not just going to lay the framework in Nigeria, you are going to change this country. Most of us that supported you saw this in you. I didn't even know there was a vision. We wouldn't have bothered even contesting against you. There was a vision already by a Christian pastor that you were going to be president and that my brother, His Excellency Kashim Shettima, was going to be the vice. And why were we wasting our time at Eagle Square? And the vision said you would do 8 years. And we are here to stand and tell you, we will support you for 8 years. Very successfully, Mr. President. So we want to thank the governor of Lagos State for receiving you today and plead that other governors should learn from what has happened here. The next time we have Eid Mubarak, it should be another state that will receive you, not Lagos alone. You now belong to 36 states and the FCT. I don't want Lagos to continue to monopolize you. Your Excellency, I'm not against it. I'm very happy you did this. But I'm just saying, next time, we want another state to host you on a day like this. But today, using Lagos State, which is the center of excellence, center of prosperity, and which is the center of development, the center of infrastructure, the center of good governance, and the most accommodating city in the whole of Africa. I myself standing here was made by Lagos. I live here for 19 years, and I had my tutelage here. There is nobody, including my brother Aliko Dangote, that has been able to become something in this country that did not start from Lagos. And you have continued to accommodate all. That's why I said your government will be the most accommodating government. From there, you see Labour Party, you see APC, you see all political parties across board here. You are going to be supported by all Nigerians and all political parties. No single soul will be left out. The churches are behind you. They have assured me of that. I just came back from Thanksgiving. And the mosques are all behind you. Nigerians are behind you. Please ride on, Mr. President. Congratulations on this day, and thank you for what has happened. Happy, how do I call it? Barka do Salah. Eid Mubarak, Mr. President. Eid Mubarak, Mr. President. And ride on, your constituency, the National Assembly, is not only intact, but it's a major block that will make you very proud. Thank you, Mr. President.
The essence of checks and balances is to ensure that the citizenry of a nation, in this particular case, that the citizens of Nigeria would definitely get the dividends of democracy. That is why there is checks and balance. But when you hear Godswill Akpabio, the Senate president, speak in a manner that he spoke, then you know there is no hope for dividends of democracy for Nigerians, because he just swore allegiance to the president, which is against the constitutional tenets of democracy. Akpabio's loyalty and that of the Senate, and indeed the entire National Assembly, is supposed to be to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, not to the president. The actions of Akpabio has effectively collapsed the whole National Assembly, the whole legislature, into the executives. This is wrong. And he was making statements about, oh, Nigerians, the sufferings of Nigerians have ended. For Christ's sake, the sufferings of Nigerians in the past 30 days have increased. How can Akpabio make this kind of statement that is obviously a lie on national TV to Nigerians? This is unforgivable. He must apologize to Nigerians and let them know that he is aware that their sufferings have increased in these past 30 days. What is it that Akpabio is praising Tinubu for? If the presidency or the administration of Tinubu has succeeded in the past 30 days, we will see the reflection on the faces of Nigerians. So, Akpabio, I urge you, go to the streets of any of the states in Nigeria and look at the faces of the common citizens, the average Nigerians out there, and tell me if you see smiles on their faces. The policies of this administration in the past 30 days have brought untold hardships upon the citizens of Nigeria. And you are making this kind of statement. You are collapsing the whole National Assembly into the executives. It is not fair on Nigerians. It is absolutely not fair, and you should retract your statement. Retract your statement and give Nigerians the hope that there is indeed going to be checks and balances in this 10th Senate. Let this 10th Senate not be a rubber stamp like the 9th Senate was. Now, in fact, the 9th Senate was said to be rubber stamp, but from the statement that you have made now, Senator Godswill Akpabio, from this statement, in fact, I don't think we will have a 10th Senate or a 10th House of Assembly or a 10th National Assembly. We will have a 10th National Assembly that is dissolved into the executive. From what you have said, your allegiance should be to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your allegiance should be to the citizens of Nigeria. Your allegiance should be to the National Assembly to provide checks and balance, not to collapse it into the executive. This is wrong. Nigerians, we should not keep quiet and keep clapping for these people while they do all the wrong things right in our faces. Look, if nobody would tell you, Tinubu, If none of those sycophants in the APC that surround you will tell you, if none of the docile Nigerians will tell you, I will tell you, people like us will tell you, your policies are headed in the wrong direction. And like I said in another video before, if you are headed in a wrong direction, no matter how fast or how long you run, you can never reach your destination. Your policies have started off on a wrong note, and the indications are there, glaring for all to see, that your policies are headed in the direction of pleasing the IMF and the World Bank, pleasing the West, perhaps in the hopes that they will keep you in power should the judiciary do their work properly. But I am here to announce to you, no matter how long you run, whether it is the 5 months, whether it is 4 years, or whether it is 8 years, no matter how long you run in this wrong direction, you can never bring the dividends of democracy to Nigerians. So I urge you, take a U-turn now, so that you can, however short your administration is, whether it is going to happen in the next 5 months at the expiration of the elections petition, whether it's going to be in the next 4 years or in the next 8 years, so that your name can be written at least in good places in the hearts of Nigeria. Make a U-turn. Reverse this rise or increase in the pump price of petrol. Reverse it. And let smile come upon the faces of Nigerians. Reverse it. All these policies that you're enacting in an attempt to favor the West, the IMF and the World Bank and the World Trade Organizations, they won't create jobs for Nigerians. Nigeria needs minimum 50 million jobs. The policy direction in which you are going now, which is wrong, in your attempt to please the West, can only give maximum 1 million jobs. And that is over 49 million jobs short of what Nigeria needs. What Nigeria needs right now, and indeed the whole of Africa, is aggressive industrialization. And that can only come if you take a U-turn and engage in policies that put Nigerians first, not the West, not the IMF, not the World Bank. Don't let these people deceive you. Don't fall into their trap or the trap of their sycophancy. Don't let them deceive you. Let it not be said that it was in your administration, however short it will be, that the National Assembly was collapsed into the executive. It will not be a good incident for you.